I don't know about you, but I needed that break. I know that long off season of golf. I got wind in my sails. I can breathe again. Time to get back after it. I'm refreshed. I barely remember any of these golfers. Going to have to remember all their stupid nicknames and everything. I'm excited. What's up, new guy? My name's James, better known as the Degenerate75. I'm a DFS content creator who knows a lot about PGA DFS, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to do a lot of teaching. Normally, this show does a lot of teaching to help you, get over the hump of the intimidation of PGA DFS. But if you're here in the swing season, let's face it, you're a sweaty fucking tryhard, all right? You probably already know how to play the game, so we're going to do a bit of an expedited show. Just hit the shit that matters. All the stuff we know, get you ready for all the relevant, pertinent information you know so you can make the best informed decisions. While you're here, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. If you're coming over from the DJN75 channel, I only record on Ship It now, you donkey dick. So make sure to hit the like and be over here. Make sure to subscribe. We're pushing to 10,000. Help the big guy out. He appreciates it, all right? How have I been doing? It's been a mixed bag. Was I in the hospital for 3 days this week? Yes, I was. All right, this is my new life. All right, but you know what? I saw the little Batman symbol up in the sign that said "Swing Season Golf," and I said, "Well, damn it, I got to get going." And look at that. Now I'm like, put on my Superman cape, and I am here. Fucking, you can't slow the big guy down when it comes to fucking PGA DFS. Get the fuck out of here, hospital. So that's where we're at. Let's get going. Very simple question for all my new guys out there. Which, if you're a new guy, if you're truly finding me in the swing season, I like the cut of your jib, you motherfather. Have you made your lineups yet, motherfather? You have. I know you have, you new guy. All right, let's talk contests as we always do. It looks like the $5 is already full, which sucks because, honestly, it was the best contest out there. It was still a quarter to first, but, the big $25 they got, it's a third to first. I mean, that's just a disgusting structure. 8th place. I got 8th place in a tournament with 14,000 people. I got $1,000. Congratulations. You max entered. You're down $2,000 for the week. Congratulations, big guy. I can't play in those. I mean, like, if you don't hit one of those about every other year, you're going to be down. That's just the math. I put those fucking charts up. I'm not doing it now because, as I told you, this is not as much of an educational show tonight as it is informative. It looks like, honestly, I think with the late tee times, you're probably not going to get an overlay, but this $200 single entry, it's definitely on overlay watch, right? It's only, that's not even 60% full yet, so I'd be watching that. The 254 max, it's going to get there. It looks like they already got a secondary $20 up. What is this? This any good? Fuck no. A third to first. Second place, $2,500. Hey, DraftKings, get the fuck out of here. How about that, you donkey dicks? What do we got? The up and down? Up and down, all right. That's actually not that bad. That's not that bad. That's a nice little medium level. $55 is a little steep for a lot of people to want to play, but I think your $100 single entry, $200 single entry, probably going to be the best bet. For all of you that are thinking, you know what, I'm just going to play Showdown this week because there's a bigger edge there than there is a week long. I agree with you, Bob. I agree, but here's the problem. It's swing season, and they're going to have up some real donkey dick contests for Showdown because round 3 Showdown will be going head-to-head Saturday with college football, and of course, round 4 Showdown will be going up against the NFL on Sunday. So I would not be holding my breath for great Showdown contest, all right? So there you go. That's a quick breakdown of the contest. I would have told you to probably get in that $5. You could have maxed it for $750, but it's already full. No surprise that the best structured contest is already fucking full. Fucking shocking. All right? So let's give the new guy that doesn't exist, but I need him for my shtick, okay? Hey, new guy. What's the first thing we always check at PGA DFS? All right, weather. Good job, new guy. They're out in Napa Valley, right? I got to go watch Sideways tonight. If you've never seen the movie Sideways, pretty fucking good. And I believe they're up in wine country, which is about where this is, except they're going to be playing golf, although I bet some of these guys will be drinking. And you need to know something. This is important. Like weather, if you don't know me, the big guy jacks off the weather. It impacts golf more than anything. Everybody's like, oh, I've got these picks, and I know where this guy's from, and all this shit. And literally the single most important thing in golf is what is the weather and when the fuck are you out there playing in it. That's really what matters. And a lot of people don't even talk about it. Just jack, but they got picks. I got my picks. Okay, this guy's picking up strokes on approach 3 of the last 4 tournaments, even though those were back in fucking July. That doesn't matter, man. Like, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I know you guys want picks, but that's what slapdicks do, okay? So let's talk about the course. They're up in Napa. That's upstate New York, middle California. Okay, forgive me. Got the meds going on. And the weather's a little bit different here. Okay, when we get into the fall, it's a lot different because what have we been brainwashed to think all year? You want to be out in the morning because there's soft conditions, and then as courses get throughout the day, they bake out, they get firm, and they get fast, and they get harder. That is not necessarily the case here because we're at a different time of year and we're in a different climate, right? That's why they fucking grow grapes there. I assume that's what wine's made out of. So make sure you're hitting that like. I see 62 likes, only over 100 people in here. A lot of donkey dicks. So what do you need to know? In the morning, it gets balls cold, and it is difficult to play. If you play a guy who goes out first thing in the morning, Thursday, I promise you, you're going to open up your little app, and he's going to be like 3 over through 4, and you'll be like, I hate PGA DFS. This always happens to me. Well, you pick the guy out there in like the nutted worst weather you could possibly have, okay? Now, the afternoon isn't necessarily easy because the nice thing about this region is it has a pretty steady climate, and you get afternoon winds almost every day. And yes, it does pick up to about 80 degrees, so this course does firm up. But what you need to know is you also need the course to warm up because in the morning it's so damn cold you can't control the trajectory of your ball. You don't get accurate flights. And a lot of guys who go out early in the morning are going to be out there in the worst conditions. So what am I looking at here? They're going to be teeing off at 7 o'clock local time. They're way out in the devil's time zone out there, right? And look at this. They're going to be playing in 50-degree weather for the first probably 9 holes, right? That's a lot. That's a quarter of all of your holes before the cut. Or you're going to be playing in cold, shitty weather. Yes, the weather will be down, but you'd rather be playing in some wind in warmer climates, right? I think the guys who are going to have the best conditions are going to be those guys going out around 9 local time, right? 9 local time, there'll be 12 out in the slapdick time zone, 11 here in the Lord's time zone. Because you can see, once it gets to 60 degrees, the course will start to warm up, and those winds are going to stay down. Now, you're saying, oh, well, so we want it once it warms up. Well, you also don't want to be out there in the afternoon when you're, looking at 10-mile-an-hour winds with 15-mile-an-hour gusts either. So I think that the Goldilocks zone is going to be those late morning guys. If you want an idea who that's going to be, well, just go over here and look at the guys who go out in round one. Round one, who goes out around that 9 o'clock time? It would be Nicholas Lindheim, Highsmith, Winnie Ding. Who the fuck is Winnie Ding? Shipley, Smotherman, Knowles, McCormick, Pareda, Johnson. And then on the flip day, if you want to do it the other day, if you want to get those guys going out there late, it's going to be old Michael Thierbjornsson and Trace Crow, Ben James, Luke Clanton. Rah, 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 rah. Don't give me any reason to play that donkey dick chalk any more than I already need to. Parker Cootie, you can see it's going to be these guys. Wait, I'm lying to you. Round 2. Yeah, that is right. See round 2 right here? They're going out the latest possible. Let me just tell you this. There's not a big edge at week long. I will tell you at Showdown, I think there's an edge, but I've already told you the Showdown contests are going to suck. I would say if you're trying to pick your sleepers, I would much rather have a guy who is going out at, say, around noon Eastern on this sheet, which would be 9 o'clock local time there, as opposed to somebody going out real early at 8 o'clock or something, like old Kevin Slapdick Tway or something like that, because it could make a 9-hole difference. So the problem with the weather this week is you don't want them out there too early, you don't want them out there too late. There's a very small Goldilocks zone. Problem is the next day they're going to switch. You're not going to catch much of an edge that way. So I don't see much of a weather edge where I'd be playing all PM AM, all AM PM. I would be trying to, if I'm trying to cut down my player pool and I see some guys that are going to be out there in the late morning versus a guy who's out there in the first group, I would much rather have the guy in the late morning than in the first group. That could be a way to maybe cut down your player pool a little bit, right? And I'm just over here on Underdog Fantasy, if you're wondering, or Underdog Twitter. I just like how they make these sheets, okay? So there you go. That is the weather. Let's get going. We are going to talk ownership. Let me make sure I got I got it up. I got my noise effects up. Let me get a quick drink of the water. Agua for the big guy. Phil says Ding is an ASU Sun Devil. Well, they've never made a good – ASU has never produced good golfers. Sorry, what's that? John Rahm. Oh, okay. That's it, though. What's that? Phil Mickelson. Oh, that's it, though. I'm kidding. Okay. So first of all, here's the thing. People are going to want to play guys up top. The pricing is really soft this week, and I think it's soft just because it's simple. There's a lot of fucking shitty golfers here, and DraftKings know that when you put Patrick Rogers at 8,600, people are going to be like, Patrick Rogers, 8,600, what the fuck are we doing? So because of that, these guys, they can't in good conscience make shitty golfers 9,500. So you only have a handful of golfers over 10,000, and you only have a handful of golfers over 9,000. And because of that, that makes pricing very, very soft, which kind of sucks because there's no 6K chalk this week, right? Literally no one is getting over 6% in the 6Ks, which sucks because those are the easiest guys to fade and let the slapdicks deal with it, right? There's hardly any 7K chalk, especially in the lower 7Ks, because to be honest, you just don't need to go down there, right? And so because of that, all the chalk is pooling up high. I will tell you, up high, the chalk is going to condense because it's football season. Everybody that loves golf, I bet 90% of you watching right now are going to be playing NFL this weekend, and it will probably have more of your attention than golf will come this Sunday. And because of that, people are being lazy. They're waiting till Wednesday night. They're seeing what their fucking slapdick touts say, and then they're just playing those guys. So guys like Wyndham Clark, Tigala Connors, all those guys up top, they're going to catch tons of ownership, and it's not because they're necessarily great plays or because they're in great form or because they're a great course fit. It's simply just because people know those names, people are hearing their touts say them, and they're really great prices considered where they're at, right? Relative to where they're at, Wyndham Clark should be like $11,000 in this field. Tigala should be like $11,200 in this field when you compare just straight up talent to the guys below them. So because of that, you're going to get more donkey chalk up top. Let's get going right off the bat. Wyndham Clark, Tigala. It wouldn't surprise me if these guys come in at 30%, especially in some of the single entry shit and some of the higher entry stuff. People are going to want their warm Care Bear blankets. And what says Care Bear blanket more than a Sahith Tagala and a Wyndham Clark? I think both of these guys are going to push 30%. Because of that, I am left with no choice. Both of these guys, you are.
The man's Donkey Chalk, and we don't play Donkey Chalk.
What do you want me to do? All right, now. At the same time, I think this is a week every week you got to play some Donkey Chalk, right? The key is determining which Donkey Chalk to play and which Donkey Chalk not to play. All right? Corey Connors, the guy that I'm telling you guys, I have this theory. Corey Connors is allergic to the top of leaderboards. All year, I watch a lot of golf. Every week, I'm watching those leaderboards. I'm playing golf, playing showdown, playing week long. And Corey Connors gets to the front of the leaderboard quite frequently. I'd say about 1 out of every 3 weeks, I will see him on the front page of the leaderboard. And anytime that man gets to the front of the leaderboard, you will never meet a guy who can meet a fucking bogey streak or put it in the water faster than Corey Connors. He sees his name on the front page of the leaderboard, meltdown fucking city for Corey Connors. I'm telling you, it is an undeniable trend from 2023. I wish somebody would make a chart for me just to show that, because I watched it anecdotally, and it is real as shit. All right, Corey Connors coming in at 23%. There's this whole middle ground where Corey Connors looks like Pennywise. I hold that against him personally. He scares the shit out of me. I haven't been able to go near gutters for years. I love to make little paper boats, but because of Corey Connors, I don't do it any longer. And at 9,800, he's best by pricing right under that $10,000 threshold. I think he's going to get some steam tonight. I think he'll be over 25%. People love Corey Connors. They love to eat small children who just want to play with their little boats when it's raining. But Corey Connors says no thank you to that. So that man right there.
The man's Donkey Chalk, and we don't play Donkey Chalk.
Especially when they eat children. Especially when they eat children. Bit his arm off. Very sad, Georgie. Georgie. That was a pretty good impression. All right, moving on. Mav McNeil's. There's going to be a lot. This is in California. If you don't know Maverick McNeely, his dad, I think, is a trillionaire. So he's from California. A lot of rich people out there, I've heard. And he's 9,400, and he is going to be pretty popular, right? He's just a guy that people, I don't know why people love Maverick McNeely. When you look at his splits, like actual golfer splits, like his approach, his tee to green, he's not that good. But 9,400, people are like, I'll fucking play him. I don't get it, but they do. Mav McNeil's, I got to say it. Anytime Maverick McNeely is over 20%, you're leaving me no choice. That man, definition.
The man's Donkey Chalk, and we don't play Donkey Chalk.
We don't do it, big guy. All right, Luke Clanton. Look, people love Luke Clanton. I love Luke Clanton. I really wanted to make Luke Clanton my one guy that I was going to play this week, but I'm not going to lie to you. We were putting this together pretty quick, so I let somebody else pick the one guy I'm playing this week. Matter of fact, I might just fucking change it. I might change it. That might be what I do. All right, I got a whole little image up here that my team put together, and I might just fucking poo-poo it and play Luke Clanton because I just feel it in my loins, boy, that he is going to get there. Luke Clanton's good. I mean, he's like an up-and-coming star. I think he's like just a step below Iceberg as far as big-time talent. He's 9,500. I think the last time we saw him, he shit the bed and missed the cut. I think that's when the big nose guy on Twitter was getting all butthurt. I can't remember. Let's see. Luke Clanton at 19%. I honestly don't think that's bad. I was for sure he'd be like 25%, and I kind of like him and I want to play him. So I'm gonna be a huge hypocrite and just go, it's a little high, right? Now, Eric Cole and JJ Spawn, you're saying, well, they're lower than Luke Clanton. Yeah, but they're in a different price range. They're in that 8K price range. And a fun little fact, they fucking suck compared to him. They do not have his upside. So, without any hesitation, those two guys,
the man's Donkey Chalk, and we don't play Donkey
Chalk. In
Chalk.
California, a guy named Cole is not going to feel comfortable in California. They're all about that alternate energy. He's not going to be there. And last time I checked, JJ is not going to spawn into a real golfer. That's the last time I checked, okay? Minwoo Lee, he's fine, whatever, right? I think Minwoo, he's, 16%. I think a lot of that is just because he's a big name. I think at that price tag, it's actually pretty reasonable. So let's give him, it's okay chalk, right? I don't even really consider that chalk. Now, Mark Messier down here, he's the last guy that's kind of high chalk. He's right there in that 8K range. I don't get why people love this. Maybe a hockey game's going to break out and he'll just destroy everybody. Always a possibility. But I think a good conscience. We got to just call that man right there.
The man's Donkey Chalk, and we don't play Donkey Chalk.
Unless they're hockey players. All right, moving on. Max Homa. What do you say about Max Homa? The guy, I've gotten to the point where I think he's broken. I will play him at Showdown, but at week long, Not happening. But his ownership is getting so suppressed, and I actually think he'll come in lower than that because here's the fact. Max Homa can't put 4 rounds together, and he really wants to do well this week. And let me just go ahead and tell you a story. When you really want to do well at golf, you ain't going to do well at golf, right? When you're already putting more pressure on yourself than there needs to be, it ain't going to go well. So Max Homa, I don't think is going to hardly get any ownership. I think he'll be more in like 10 to 12% range. Here you go.
Okay.
He's just okay chalk. I don't even consider him chalk. He's just going to be basically he's only getting ownership because he's $10,000 and people are going to spend their money. It's an easy week to not spend all your money. And lastly, Yohat in Vegas, old big boy, going to be out there sweating his balls off. You know what? Just because I like the big guys, we'll give him okay chalk. There you go. That is a breakdown of the highest owned guys. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of 6 and 7K chalk. The guys that I love to shit on the most. So there you go. By the way, hit the like, new guy. All right, let's get over to the model. If you don't know, the model is life. It's all I really care about. All right. They're on bent green. Bent green putting is going to be important. The one thing that this course has to kind of protect it is the par 3s and big undulating greens. Putting will make a big difference here. This course, it's crazy. You're not going to hit the fairways. Like the average rate of hitting fairways here is really, really low, yet the greens in regulation is really, really high. So what does that tell us? That missing the fairway is not very punitive here. This is definitely a course you can bomb and gouge at. Guys who are absolutely just want to mash it out there are going to do fine. I think that's why you're going to see Wyndham Clark and Tigala be so popular this week, is because let's face it, those guys aren't good at hitting fairways, but they're good at playing out of the rough, and this course is notorious for being good at giving you greens in regulation even when you miss the fairway. If Tigala figures out that putter, Wyndham Clark's always been a great putter. You got to like that. I think driving distance matters. If you're not going to hit the fairway, at least hit it way the fuck out there. Good drives is important because once I said, it doesn't matter that you hit the fairway. It matters that wherever you hit it, even if you miss in the rough, you're able to put it on the green, get a green in regulation, and have a birdie putt. You're going to have tons of wedge putts, 100 to 150. There's going to be so many holes out there that are going to be in that range. Their second shots is going to be a wedge fest. If you're not sticking wedges on those par 4s, you're not going to get there. And there's 4 par 5s. Definitely going to want to be considering that. The scoring on this course tends to be somewhere between easy to medium depending on the year. So those are the things we're looking at. You got to be careful because a lot of these guys have reset themselves, right? Nobody's played golf in 2 or 3 weeks. And a lot of these guys haven't played in 4 or 5 weeks because they didn't make the Tour Championship, right? And when you get to it, let's see. Let's sort by salary. Fucking shocking that Wyndham Clark, the best player in the field, is number 1 in the model. Just fucking shocking. Eric Cole's number 2. Man, in California, too. There's going to be a lot of pissed off libs out there. Mav McNeely, number 3. Oh, shit. Maybe I will play Mav. Maybe we will play Mav. All right, as you can see, look, we're just running through this real quick. People are going to play those top 5, 6 guys. I think that you're going to start to get a little bit of, like if you want to start playing the game and pivoting, I think guys like Minwoo Lee, Keith Mitchell, Brennan Todd are going to be good pivots. Harris English is going to be a good pivot. God forbid you play $8,600 Patrick Rogers. Good fucking luck with that. Dumpy Bo, I've heard people talking up. Chan Kim is overpriced at $8,200, which actually makes me like him. I think because he's overpriced, he won't, there's just no way on hell he should be priced above Jonathan Vegas. There's just no way. Or Mark Messier. Sam Stevens is a good guy. I think that like 7,800 in this field for Sam Stevens is pretty good. Shipley, I think that guy's an up-and-coming star. If he's not going to be too chalky at 7,600, sign me up for that little chubby guy. Old Fishburne, he's coming around. Approached him. God, that guy, he'll rip your soul out. I will tell you, I think Mark Hubbard might be back. I think it was important. He had a really long made cut streak, and then he finally missed one. I think that's good for him. I think if you look at long-term talent, old Michael Beardson is probably the best value in this entire field at 7,500. Yes, he's missed a lot of cuts, but man, if you're just playing for the spike rounds, which you should probably be playing for in GPPs, old Beardson can definitely get you there. Chuck Hoffman is a guy that I think really likes this course. Is going to be good. Taylor Montgomery looks good in the model. And when Taylor Montgomery looks good in the model, something's up. Something's up, Bob. I don't know what's going on. From there, as I told you, you can basically, if you like anybody down here, Ben Silverman, I think, is the only guy we have over 6% under 7,500. So anybody you like from here on down, I think you're safe to jump in there with them, right? You can get in there and you can play them and not worry about ownership because they're just not getting any ownership down there, right? So there you go. Not going to dive too much into it. We've hit most of the important stuff. I think the one sleeper, let's see, who's a sleeper I can give you? You want a sleeper, you motherfathers? I'll give you a sleeper. You know what? Fuck it. 7,500 cheap enough for a sleeper? Oh, look, he has look, all zeros. Mark Hubbard just getting zeroed out. That's how bad he is. You know what? Let me just give you a filthy one. Let me give you a filthy one. Who's just an absolutely filthy. You know what? Fuck it. Chesson Hadley. Chesson Hadley, just for all you sickos out there, all right? By the way, don't play my picks because I gave them to you. That's just a sleeper to consider. I don't even know what time his tee time is. The one guy I'm not playing, well, I'm just telling you, I think he's fucking broken. I don't care what his ownership is. I'm not playing Max Homa. I refuse to play broken guys. All 2024, I didn't play Spieth. I didn't play Thomas. I didn't play a lot of guys that I thought were broke, and it did pretty well for me, Bob. Did pretty fucking well for me, so I'm just done playing guys that I think are broken. And I guess the one guy I'm going to play, hold on, let me get the horn ready. Honestly, I kind of want to play Luke Clanton, but the team already made the thing. The one guy I'm actually playing is Luke Clanton, but for the fucking show, the one guy I'm playing, his dad's going to buy him a title. He's tired of not winning. His dad's going to drop a couple $100 million there, buy some wine from the local people. Some people are going to turn their backs. Those putts are all of a sudden going to go in. The one guy we're playing Mav McNeils. God, he's so ugly. He just looks like a rich kid if I've ever fucking seen one, right? All right, if you need some help diving through all this, you're behind, dude, just check out this right here. This is called The Stone. This is what we had last week for the Tour Championship. We have it every week, not just for a week long, but at Showdown. And who is this we I keep talking about? I'm talking about Shipping Nation. Look at this. How about a community where we help people learn how to play the game and learn how to win? Look at all of our members winning. Not our fucking moderators, our actual members flying that Ship It flag winning. Shipping Nation is exactly what I wanted, is a place where you can get all the golf content, college football, NFL, all the major sports, right? All of them. NFL, PGA, MLB, MMA, college football, NASCAR, NBA, NHL. We got it all over here. Just go to Join the Nation. I promise you this. It is the best price you will ever find out there because you should be able to get great DFS content and tools without paying your right. Like, put your money into your contest and not your content. We have had a huge golf season. I'm going to continue to do golf throughout the swing season because, to be honest, we're as popular as anybody out there when it comes to golf, and we're not going to let up now. I'm going to be doing this show, health, as long as my health is good, I'll be doing this every Wednesday night. We're not letting up. We are tryhards when it comes to PGA. We are tryhards when it comes to every sport. Get over here. Come check out Ship It. You won't regret it. It's the best one out there, guys. Come join the nation. It is the best out there. As for this week, do me a favor. Enjoy your content. Enjoy your process. Enjoy building your lineups. Enjoy watching your lineups. Enjoy the sweat. Enjoy the tilts. And enjoy your results no matter what happens, right? Just be thankful that you get another week to enjoy this, because if I've learned anything over the last 6 months, you ain't fucking guaranteed anything. So if that's not enough reason to put your hands up, I got nothing for you. Let's enjoy another week of PGA. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Adios, amigos.
So high.